buddy.
A second
Hi, I'm going to
proclamation
show
was
you.
held
I'm
at
like a
the
heart.
Royal Exchange in London.
That's the rainbow and hook. I'm sorry about that. I just like doing that. I would recommend taking a 3.5 tour.
President Joe Biden yesterday confirming he will join the royal family for the Queen's funeral. The service is expected to take place at Westminster Abbey after 10 days of
Makes you
mourning.
have at least
Let's bring in now Martha McCallum. She's anchor and executive editor of The Story, and Steve Hilton, host of The Next Revolution, with us here on Fox and Friends. Glad to have you both with us on this morning. Martha, we'll start with you. We've talked this morning about the pomp and circumstance. We've talked about the value and the tradition of the monarchy. We've also talked about it going forward.
What is your thought? What is the major focus?
What should be the major focus this morning in your estimation, Martha?
Pull it tight.
Well, good to be with you all. I was so struck by that clip that you just played of outside Buckingham Palace on September 13th, 2001. It brings tears to my eyes. I think that outpouring and the playing of the U.S. national anthem in that moment, it really speaks to what happens when there is a threat from outside and how the countries have pulled together, how they pulled together in World War II through Lend-Lease and through the Allies fighting together to overcome Hitler and Japan in World War II. So there are moments that really test these bonds in an existential way. And I think that we live in a world where these kind of threats exist, where we've seen diminished power in the United Kingdom, and some might say diminished power for the United States to some extent as well, as there's a recalibration of the power centers around the globe. So this is, it's interesting, it's moving to watch what we're seeing here today, but it is sort of reflective of the underpinning of Western civilization, of the values that our countries were founded under, and what it means in the world. So that clip, I think, is very significant, and I think the fact that you see British flags flying in Washington, D.C. and different places in the United States speaks to how important this bond is. And we'll see, going forward, what the relationship is like. I imagine it will continue to be strong and hopefully reinforced. But Queen Elizabeth has been a driving force between that U.S.-UK relationship and the depth of it over all these years.
So interesting. We're going to bring in Steve Hilton, Martha. Steve, you are a former British citizen. You are now an American citizen. What is this moment like for someone like you? Do you have a nostalgic feeling about it? Or does seeing people bow before the new king make you go, you know what, I actually feel really American in that. I don't know how you feel about that.
Well,
so
many mixed emotions. I mean, basically, the way you just put it is kind of how I feel, to be honest with you. I tear up now. We were just discussing that amazing moment with the Star-Spangled Banner playing in London. I get teary-eyed now all the time when I hear that anthem play here in our country, particularly July the 4th on those occasions. But this is such an incredible moment with so much happening in the UK. Martha, I'm sure, feels it very strongly coming from the people there. And I think that what is interesting to me about this exact moment, literally this morning, is the way that we are seeing in real time national moods take shape, the way they can shift and be defined almost imperceptibly, but you can see it. For example, if we think back just a couple of days now to Thursday, when we got the news of Queen Elizabeth's death, all through that day you could feel, and I could hear it, and was talking to people about it in the UK, this sense of unease. A word you heard all the time was unsettled, how unsettling this was. A real sense of, well, what is going to happen now? And just with the way I think the first day of the new king's reign went, the way he was greeted so warmly outside Buckingham Palace, and then the way he really delivered that first speech, so emotional, but also so strong and clear and solid in his new role. I think it really made people feel, wow, it's going to be okay. We've got a new king. We are sad, of course, about what happened, and we revere the life of Queen Elizabeth, but it's going to be okay. That national mood, I think, shifted so quickly. And I think everyone in America should be really pleased to see that, because it is such an important relationship, and we do want both countries always to be in a situation where we're feeling confident and good about the future.
Well said. Martha, you know, we're all grew up, all of us here on this couch, all of us, with only Queen Elizabeth. So I have no context in my own life of how queens or kings of England conducted themselves. She stayed apolitical, as you've talked about, more or less. But we've seen King Charles, when he was Prince Charles, dabble into politics, whether it's climate change, whether it's immigration. Is there anything in the past of kings or queens where they would move into taking a side with a prime minister or taking a side on an issue? Or was Queen Elizabeth an aberration? Was she an outlier, or was she the standard for how kings and queens normally operate in the political realm?
Well, you know, it's a very interesting question, Pete. You know, I think back to Henry VIII and his division with the church. There have been very deep schisms that have had political nature to them over the course of British history. But I think in modern British history, you think about Elizabeth, you think about her father, going back to Queen Victoria, really her line. Queen Victoria was her great-great-grandmother.